I'm Jay Thomas, and welcome to Rides.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners.
Fast car like a bolt to lightning. Fast car blows right.
Leo? Jay Thomas. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the jackpot right here. Wow. You guys are going to have to beep this up. Holy. Oh, wow. I feel guilty wearing my Chevy hat, man. Leo, what do we got here?
That's a 33 three-window all steel.
That's all steel?
So all my cars are all steel.
I can't tell I got goosebumps. I'm not kidding. This is amazing.
But it's a LS,
LS?
Corvette motor.
Oh, this thing must get up and fly. Wow.
The interior is pretty good on this car.
God, look at that red.
This car was it was at the Prime Steel show about 5 years ago, and it won all the awards. Underneath, on top, best of show, best hot rod.
How long have you had this for?
Well, it took 5 years to get it built. And I had Midwest Rod and Custom out there.
Everywhere we go, there's at least one car that's got a tie to Midwest Rod and Custom. Their work is unbelievable.
That's a LS3 Corvette. It's a 4L80 transmission.
What about the rear end?
It's an aluminum 9-inch.
Oh, man. How much horsepower?
About 505 is what they say.
Oh, wow.
If you floor this thing, you better have a hold of the steering wheel, and know it.
Hold on to the steering wheel in your arse, man, because you're going for a ride. The interior in this is just stunning.
Unreal.
That leather is beautiful in this. Wow, good Lord. Oh, I love the 8 balls on the seat.
So I used to race,
That's what I was told. You were a hell of a racer.
Guys come up and they go,
Yeah.
and knock on my fenders, and I go, what the hell are you doing?
What do we got?
That's a 33 Ford three-window coupe.
Hold on a second. I just want to see if it's all... I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
I had to take it apart and change all the rubbers. I owned a transmission shop for 4 years.
I've been told that you were the transmission man in this neck of the woods.
I just took it apart and redid it, but it was all brand new. It's only got, I think that car has, what does it say for mileage on there?
496.
496,
Wow.
Yeah, and that one's got 300.
300?
Yeah. This is a 350 transmission and a 350 crate motor and 9-inch Ford Ren. I always wanted to have a ZZ Top car. And this is really close.
Remember when that came out? If you were a car person, you were just
That
like,
made these.
oh my God, what is that? It was so beautiful.
I like this car because the top ain't chopped, so you don't have to sit at the stoplight and go like
this,
you got your vision. I love it. And it's all original steel,
Oh, wow.
That's Italian leather.
That is, even the doors are in it. Oh my God. 33 steel.
Yeah. In other words, you see a lot of these, but they're in steel. They're fiberglass.
Yeah. Sunroof on it.
They had wood in there from the factory because they didn't have the tooling. The roof was too wide to make in one piece. So the roof is in 2 pieces.
Okay.
And that's how come they had that wood in the center.
Okay. All right. See, learn something every episode of Rides, man. Okay.
This is my favorite car here.
Yeah. This is.
It's a Roadster.
Look at the black on it. I mean, this is pure mirror.
Yeah, and this is all
steel?
Oh, yeah.
You should have never told me that. So what year here? 30?
That's a 34.
34.
It's a 55 DeSoto Hemi. People don't realize they made Hemis.
Hemis back then,
It's a 55 DeSoto. I built the motor and transmission and rear end for this one. It's the last motor I ever built. And then it's cut and buffed underneath, and all that.
Underneath is as well?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Look at this. Just as nice as it is on the outside.
We copied all the suspension and stuff off that car. That car looks the same as this underneath. You know what? If I had to do it over again, I would start out a lot earlier. When you get to be in your 70s, a little tougher to get around, you know.
Yeah. You look pretty healthy for 70s.
I had quadruple bypass surgery when I was 36.
Holy smokes. And now you're in your 70s. Now they did a good job on that too.
They did a good job.
Who did that? Midwest Rod and Custom as well?
Yeah.
DeVito's Racing Compound. Now we're coming here to look at a Mustang. I saw this thing on the streets a couple weeks ago and I'm like, I gotta find this guy. I gotta track him down. Where is he at? Joe.
Hello.
Hey buddy, how you doing, man? Nice seeing you
Good to see
again.
you. How are we doing?
I'm doing good, man. This place is awesome, dude.
Thank you.
2014, right?
2014 GT. Yep.
And when you got it, you said you bought a brand new, your first
Yeah, it
brand
was
new
my
car?
first new car.
First new car?
Yep.
How much horsepower did that thing come with?
I think they were 405.
405.
I think, something like that.
Okay.
Really low.
Joe, how much horsepower does this Mustang have now?
So it made 1689 to the tire, and that's fuel limited, so it can go more.
So right around 1,700
Yeah.
horsepower.
Yep.
Okay, let's go look. Come on, man. What the hell, man?
Yeah. So this is it.
Good Lord.
Yeah. It appears totally stock. Besides, we had
No, no, wait, no, 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 not when you're behind
body-wise.
it.
Body-wise.
Yeah.
We just added the wing this year, so that's new. Otherwise, before you took the parachute off, and it was just a car with some wheels on it.
Unbelievable.
So it started out as a stock car. I was working in North Carolina, moved home, started modding it, put a turbo kit on it. It was at like 800 horse for 4 years, lived, ran great. And then took the next step, put a power glide in it, took the next step, put a built motor in it, caged it, and it just spiraled from there on. But it's always been a driver. I've driven it to work almost every day in the summer. It gets about 6,000 miles a year.
Yeah, this is what caught my eye when I saw it on the road. I'm pulling up to the car and I'm like, that thing's got a damn parachute
Yep.
on the back of
Yep.
it. How did you get into this, man?
So me and my brother raced motocross growing up. He got hurt real bad, shattered his ankle, broke his leg. My parents, you're done.
Yeah.
So me and him went and bought cars and kind of took off from there.
I need you to pop the hood.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you drive this daily is
Right.
just awesome.
So it's a built sleeved 5-liter, stock block, but it is sleeved. Custom cams, ported heads. It's got a Garrett 98mm turbo GT55. It's got 42 sensors on it. So while we're driving, we can look at what the temperature of the road is, what the temperature of the tires are. It has wheelie control, so it has shock sensors on all 4 tires. If it gets too high, it cuts timing.
You need that if you're running this kind of
Data
horsepower.
is king.
Yeah.
Data is everything.
That's going to save not just the engine of the car, but it's going to save your
Yep,
life too.
yep. So like this is coolant pressure, so if it starts to lift ahead, it'll cut power. It's got everything. It's got every safety you can imagine. It has a 850 cage that was done down in Florida. It's the nicest cage you'll ever see. You can't fit a credit card between the bars and the door. It's the tightest fitting cage. My biggest thing was to have a safe car. It's got 5-point harnesses, CO2 for the wastegates, fire suppression, engine ECUs in the glove box there, and then it's got a Holley dash. And then the parachute handle is up top there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
If you're gonna do this right, you just don't go out and buy something like this
Right, there's a lot
with
of
no
people.
experience and get behind it. You're gonna kill yourself and other people.
Yep, there's too many people that think they can write a check and go fast. It's not how it works. You need a team behind you is what it is, or data. So with this car, I used to have people taking videos of every corner so I can see what the suspension's doing. Now I have sensors on all 4 corners, so you look at the computer and super simple.
Okay, so what is street racing?
To me, like street racing is Red Rock Road down in the city, what it used to be. I think street racing's been dead for a long time, unless you go to Kansas, Missouri, south, Oklahoma. So we were just in Iowa last week, and the new thing that's replacing street racing is no prep racing. No prep is a track. They'll either run the track backwards, so there's no prep on the track, or they'll drag the starting line from previous events, so there's no rubber down. You pour your own prep, and that's all you get. It completely levels the field of big block cars versus stock 5.3 LSs.
All right, man, we're strapped in. We're gonna take this bad boy out. 1,700 horsepower. Let's go have some fun.
All right.
Don't kill me, Joe. Oh, you can feel this thing, man. Oh. Mom!
You hold this button down, so then it comes up to 5,100. Then you're ready to go.
Holy crap! Oh, puncher once, man. Oh! 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 Woo! Oh my God! Oh! Man! Oh my God, man! I'm not kidding. I think I need to change my shorts. Good Lord! You want to talk about an adrenaline rush? Get a ride in something like this, Joe. I got to tell you, man, I'm so glad that we hooked up, dude. Glad I ran into you and we got to film this thing for Rides. It's a great story. It's a daily driver, and this, I mean, I'll tell you what, this thing it launches.
It's fun.
Oh man, hey, thanks for being on Rides. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure, dude.
I really appreciate it.
What a great ride. Jay Thomas, welcome to Rides. We are at Timeless Classics, LaGrange, Texas, and yet just another wonderful man we've met down here, Lance Harrington. You're the owner of Timeless Classics.
Co-owner,
Oh, that's right, co-owner.
the wife.
The wife, that's right. You do a lot of consigning, correct?
We've done it for 38 years, yes.
You got one heck of a reputation in the business.
Most of it positive.
Positive, okay.
Yes.
We're gonna focus on a couple cars that you actually own. You got some beauties in here. This is what, a 57 Thunderbird?
Correct.
What's the story on this?
I was with 3M Company for 10 years. They transferred me to Dallas in '71. I drove my 57 Bird down to Dallas, and I thought it was the greatest thing since peanut butter. Joined the Dallas Thunderbird Club. They came out to look the car over and nicknamed it the Bondo Bird. I'd never seen rust-free old cars.
No, you're a Michigan boy.
Yes, within 6 months, I sold that car and found this California car just south of Denver. I was there on business. And so I've had it ever since '71.
Wow.
I've put over 300,000 miles on it. I've updated it a little bit here and there.
Well, this car basically, it financially saved your life
Yes, it did.
multiple times.
Yes, it did.
And it's never going anywhere, is it?
No.
No.
No, no.
No, color. Is this factory color or is this just?
That is a 56 color. It's a Ford. It's called Golden Glow Yellow. It's not an offensive yellow.
It's kind of got a thickness to it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's not real intense and it's not dull. It's just got a real nice and creamy thickness to it. And what do we got here for an engine?
Just the stock 312 engine.
Pop it open, take a look.
Well, we've added the power steering, the cruise control. Basically, this is the way they came.
They got it wedged in there. What is it for an engine?
312, 245 horse.
That was my next question. 245. But a car this small, it's got to go down the road pretty good.
3,100 pounds. These were made to drive 75, 85, 90.
57 T-Bird, over 300,000 miles. Saved your business 3 times?
Or twice.
Twice?
Twice, yes.
This, I believe, is a 59 Nash Metropolitan.
Yes, it is. I bought this, I believe it was through Hemmings. It was out of California. And the photographs look just like this.
All right.
Sent the man the check, the car arrived. The paint was pathetic, had a big dent in the right side. The top was in shreds. The motor was wired in diagonal. The transmission was in the trunk with the drive shaft.
Really?
And,
of course, he didn't tell you any of that.
No, I called him a couple weeks later and said, Dean, I got the car, thank you. Where's the one I bought? He said, you got what you bought, buddy, what are you gonna do about it? And I said, I'm not happy, you cheated me, and I'm just gonna leave you this one thought. I'm from Michigan. My college roommate's father was a hitman for the mob in Detroit. We used to go over and spend...
This is what you told this guy?
Yeah, we used to go over and spend weekends with this man.
And this is a true story?
Yes.
This guy really was?
Yes. It didn't come out, but his son told me a lot.
Okay.
And for about 3 months, I would call him. I'm an early riser. I'd call him at 4 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, what have you. Dean, have you been contacted yet? You will be. I just want him to lose sleep.
Wow.
And so after about 3 months, I just let it go.
Okay.
And put this in one of our buildings. And about 5 years ago, pulled it out, did a rotisserie restoration, and upgraded it a little bit. Anyway,
Nice job under the hood.
we did some research. Engine is 85 horse. It bolted right in on the motor mounts.
No kidding.
35 more horse, basically a 5-speed, and the 370 rear
And
end.
35 horse in a big car makes a difference.
Then we sent the radio out and had it modified to AM/FM.
Where is the radio? There it is. I just spotted it. It's right. This is the radio?
That's the tuner. The volume's on the other side, so you can see to get in and out.
Oh,
A little bit of indirect
Nice.
lighting, LED
I
lighting.
love the sill plates.
Yes, we had those made. And in '59, they cut a trunk opening because you had to go through the back seat to get to the trunk.
Okay.
They just laid forward, and so they put this in, and you can lay 2 bodies in.
Great car, 59 Metropolitan.
I made it drivable.
You made it drivable.
There you go.
Okay, we'll call it that. We'll say he made it drivable. You got great stories. You got great cars. Lance, thanks so much for being on Rides.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Each week on Rides, we like to show you a really cool hangout. This week, we got something different. This hangout has nothing to do with cars, motorcycles, trucks, anything like that. But it is so cool, we had to show you. Check out this week's hangout. You're gonna love this. Louise,
Hey Jay,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Come on in to Mangy McCrae's.
Mangy McCrae's. Can I
Yes.
come in this way or should I go around the other way?
I'll open the big door.
The big door.
Yes.
This place is so cool, it's got a big door, man. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Wow.
Welcome.
Man, this is beautiful. What's the story behind this?
We had a bar concept, that we had in a previous home, and this one was kind of an empty shell. And me being from Ireland, I wanted to.
I would have never guessed you're from
You
Ireland.
can't catch the Dublin accent there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, do it again and kind of recreate that old Irish feel, that atmosphere of coming in, having some conversation, having a couple of drinks, a space for all the. It was a great way to get to know our neighbors once we
Yeah, I
moved
bet
in.
it was. Now, how tough is it to get the neighbors to leave?
That can be challenging.
Now, I know this isn't the first bar you've done. You've done this before.
Yes.
And you're
It's becoming
really-
a habit.
Yeah, it's becoming a habit. And Dave, I gotta believe it's probably becoming an expensive habit. This is not just some cheesy slap together little pool house turned into a bar. This is something else.
Yeah, well, she doesn't do anything halfway. She's got kind of unlimited amount of help from me. Whatever she directs me to do, I do, and I gladly do it. When you have a wife that likes building bars, what do you have to complain about?
I mean, come on, honestly. What guy isn't going, oh man, I hope my wife sees this? You got a wife that loves building bars? Come on, you can't go wrong.
And I love being in them.
Yeah, you and me both. How long did it take to do this?
This one actually wasn't so bad because, like, you know, the shell was here and we did bring some stuff from the old place. So it was just finding a way to fit it all in and to still be able to get that like cozy Irish feel. You know, I wanted to be able to have that snug and all those things. So that's kind of like my little snug area over here.
Little nook area.
Yeah. This was just an old cupboard that we cut the legs off of and just wanted to give some character to the back bar.
You need to hold the whiskey.
Oh, well, yeah. Now we can display his whiskey collection. But the previous space just had kitchen cupboards and stuff up here, and I just wanted it to feel a little bit more authentic. The summers are short and the winters are long.
Yeah.
And it does have heat, so in the wintertime we plow ourselves a little path through the snow, keep the door down, and come in for an Irish coffee.
What are some of the other features in here?
Well, this is like my Guinness corner over here. We've still got, this is Mangy. The deer is called Mangy, hence the name Mangy McRae. I like the knickknacks. So I still have some spaces that I could fill in, but anywhere I can get something. We've collected a lot of stuff on our visits back home to Ireland, which is where I'm from. So I do like to, you know, continuously add to the collection. It's been great, you know, our kids are older now, they're grown, they like to come have their friends hang out here, so it keeps everybody coming back to the lake, and as I said before, you know, those Irish bars are about conversation and sitting around and, you know, just getting to know everybody.
Look, you guys, thanks so much for being on Rides, man.
Thanks for
really
having us.
appreciate it, and thanks for sharing your hangout. Louise, thank you.
Thank you.
Dave, thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
What do
I'll
you
start pouring now.
Watch this. Let's see if he knows how to pour. She's looking right over your shoulder to make sure it's.
Wow.
He's a little high on the
course.
phone, but, you know, it's the first pour of the day, so.
First pour of the day is always a nice frothy one.
Hey, if you have a cool story that involves a car, a motorcycle, a boat, heck, anything with an engine, we want to hear about it. Just go to rideswithjthomas.tv, send us a picture with your story, and your ride could be featured on the show. And don't forget to visit the merch shop where you can get all your Rides gear. From everyone here at Rides, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Rides. All right. Jesus Christ. I think I never put a f***ing strap on before. Only took me an hour. Figure this out.
And I go, just ask me if it's
Yeah, don't be tapping on my.
You don't need to bang on my